NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The numbers on Moss from last week's game. 17 carries, 71 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one. So they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Chase, the motion man right. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andre Yoshivas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Thompson-Robinson now. Out quickly to Judy. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Miles Murphy. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Third down and 13. Thompson-Robinson throwing here. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, running left, Moss. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Here's Burrow. He'll drop this underneath the Moss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Moss on the give up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Burrow now off the bootleg. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. York able to send this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy ready to go once more. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. The Browns drive about to get started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
2nd down and 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And once more, it's Thompson-Robinson. Over the middle, complete to Jeudy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Open man, that's Tillman. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Here's Thompson-Robinson looking to throw it. Looking Strong's way again, and he's got it. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Thompson-Robinson will look to throw. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. Thompson-Robinson now. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room. Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter. And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. The DTR going to throw it here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row. Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been incredible all year long. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he just recently eclipsed the 4,000-yard mark on the season. They'll try and start this drive in the air. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance. I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle. Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throw out wide is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion. Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. Now a short one to Gesicki. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A give running right, Moss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. They go play action with Burrow. And this is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Burrow will throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. York able to send this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
11 MT, 11 MT.
On the option left, it's Burrow. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Gun. Gun.
Now Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Cade York on now for the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 75 yards. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll toss this right side to Moss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. Thompson-Robinson now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Thompson-Robinson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
That's going to be caught by Judy. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Thompson-Robinson now to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Strong. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Jordan Battle. 2nd and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Thompson-Robinson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been 1 step ahead of this defense all game long. Open man is Yoshivas. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow on play action. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 3rd down and 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They'll go again here with Moss. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. York able to send this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now the Browns down 16-13. A little under a minute 50 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
That is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Thompson-Robinson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle. And
he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gets this to Moore. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Able to find Tillman. He's got it. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Thompson-Robinson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Bengals, their hopes of finishing above 500 stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem